What it seems happens is when you get to a certain level in your life, you take flying lessons. That's what it seems like happens. Are you taking flying lessons?
Yeah.
Of course you are. Right? And
Can I try a chokehold on you?
No.
Just real quick?
No, absolutely not.
No, I won't do it all the way.
No, wait. What? Hang on. Are you taking jiu-jitsu now?
So?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I've got some normal programming for you after a hectic week of trying a couple of new things. And just in case you were wondering, yes, I did change the logo. There seems to have been some confusion, but not to worry, it's the same channel with the same content, so you're in the right place. Now, every time I watch Two Bears, One Cave, I develop a deeper understanding about the delusions faced by YouTube comics like Tom and Bert. And their latest episode was no different. It all broadly follows the same structure. Tom shows off about some new shiny stuff and brags about how fit and healthy he is for a senior citizen, even though he's only 44, and Bert talks about how much he loves drinking. Nothing new here. And lately, Bert's also been sharing his thoughts on his new fascination with being mildly healthy. But in this particular episode, the delusions got so strong that I was actually able to diagnose Tom and Bert and officially coin a new syndrome, which is related to the Dunning-Kruger effect, and I call it the Two Bears Delusion. Now, as the name suggests, there are two main elements to this syndrome. So let's start with the first one.
Are you taking jiu-jitsu and you're taking flying lessons?
I have a midlife crisis. I'm 44.
Holy shit. Wait, hold on. You're taking jiu-jitsu.
Let me just try one on you. But you tap.
Hold on.
Just let me see if I know how to do it well. Hold on. What?
No, you're trying it out on someone who doesn't know how to defend himself.
I know, but like... Okay, you just tell me.
Hey.
Okay. All right, see, it's getting better.
God damn it.
Bert's heart rate hasn't been that high since he was in college. Anyway, let me set this up for you. I've always found it fascinating how Tom struggles with his identity, and in a way, we're actually kind of lucky to have so much footage of them in their natural habitat to fully understand their problems. You see, Tom's always had trouble admitting that he does the things he does and he is the way he is because he's simply rich. He likes to create excuses and externalize the responsibility for his lifestyle onto others. For example, whenever he's having a bad day or he's agitated or he's just generally in a bad mood, and maybe he abuses a TSA worker at the airport and goes on a 2-day Twitter rant trying to destroy her, or even when he casually abuses his audience for getting bored of his cars and his watches, he's very quick to externalize the blame. You see, for Tom, everything's your fault because you're poor and you have the poor man's mindset. Tom doesn't have that mindset. Guys like Tom have that grind set. Oh, that's so cringe. But now you're getting it. It doesn't stop there though. Tom's getting into jiu-jitsu and taking flying lessons. He flies helicopters and takes rides in fighter jets with the Navy. He's got millions of dollars in cars and several houses, but it's not because he's rich, you see. No. That would be too simple. For Tom, it's a midlife crisis.
Wait, both your boys are taking jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You're taking jiu-jitsu. You're taking flying lessons.
Yeah.
What else? When did you realize you're having a midlife crisis?
I guess because people say that whenever you do anything that's like out of what you've done before, that's like, adventurous. They go, you're having a midlife crisis. And then my thought on that is like, yeah, how could you not?
Yeah, it's the same thing happens when people go, you've changed. And you're like, yeah, I don't, yeah. It's the whole
But I think if you're not having a midlife crisis and you're in your 40s, then something's wrong with you.
You're not working hard enough.
No, it means you have no self-awareness. There you go. Yeah. It means you're not appreciating, like the whole thing about a midlife crisis is you go, oh, I'm going to die. So I need to, do these things because I don't have that much life left.
Yeah. Life is fleeting.
Right. So I'm saying if you're not somebody if you're like, oh no, I'm not interested in those things, I'm just going to do everything I've always ever done, then it's almost like you're saying, I just don't care that this is going to end. So
There's a lot of people that think drinking is their thing.
Oh, Bert, bro, never let them know your next move. But hey, listen, I've actually got a serious take here for you guys. Now, let's pretend that Tom Segura is an average income earner for his age and he's married with 2 kids, which he is. All the things that he thinks are just a midlife crisis kind of aren't really possible anymore. I mean, you can't really get your pilot or helicopter license on an average wage with 2 kids and a wife. All the cars, the traveling, the watches, the personal trainer coming on tour with you and crying because he's so grateful. None of those things are possible. See, this is the thing that really annoys me about Tom. He can't just admit that he's rich and he does all these things because he's rich. There would be nothing wrong with that though, right? Most reasonable people can accept that rich people can afford rich people things and do rich stuff with their time. But Tom's too pretentious to admit that. He can't just sit there and say, you know what, man, the last few years since the pandemic have been pretty big for us, so I can afford to live it up a bit and do things I've always wanted to do. That's how a normal person would view it, right? And again, there's nothing wrong with that. If you've got money, it's your money. But he can't admit that. Instead, it's a midlife crisis, which is apparently something outside of his control. Therefore, he's just got to go with it.
Dude, the courage of people on the internet is
of course. And they don't want
unbelievable
any of this. I'll tell
Nah,
you that
dog. Show
right
them.
now.
Show them what happens.
What's up, dog? You don't want this.
Nuts, man.
Okay, for the life of me, I just cannot understand this. Why does Tom try to flex like that? Seriously, can someone please explain this to me? The guy has the body of a fit 60-year-old man. He's 44. If I honestly saw Tom in the street, I wouldn't look at him and think, wow, that guy's fit, he must work out. He just looks like a normal weight, healthy person. Maybe it's because of his thirst-trapping side chick that he hired to work under YMH Studios.
What is your best quality? Lauren?
I think that I'm funny, and I think that surprises people.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's a good one.
I can make people laugh.
That's a good quality. All right, you win.
Yeah, there's definitely something going on here, right?
I'll give you my hobbies right now.
Okay.
So I definitely enjoy like watching movies, things like that, relaxing at the house. I work out almost every day. I would say I'm an auto enthusiast. I like cars. I like going to the track with them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting my pilot's license, so I've been
Wow.
flying somewhat regularly. It's hard with the tour, but the tour's over, so I've been working on doing that. And so that's kind of the hobbies that I have outside of the home, which is, you spend most of your time at home.
Wow, that's quite a list you've got there, buddy. Sounds like he's ready to hit the dating scene. But then we have the other strand of the Two Bears Delusion. For this, we'll need to turn to Bert Kreischer. Goodness. So for those of you who don't know, Bert recently, and when I say recently, I mean like almost 3 months ago, he went on a health binge where he stopped drinking, had a keto diet, and hit the TRT, straight from the Rogan comedy brat playbook.
So you lost a lot. How much have you lost?
I lost about 30 pounds right now. I'm just
Good for you.
It's the obvious ones where you go like I haven't been drinking and I've been eating keto and I've been working out and I'm on testosterone. That's a big game changer.
Yeah, minor detail there that seems to be left out a lot of the time. And so after Bert supposedly lost 40 pounds, he's been going on this speaking tour telling whoever will listen all about the benefits of getting healthy. I mean, you seriously could not make this up. For years, Bert's fans have been telling him he's bloated, red in the face, and completely delusional. Like, seriously, if you go into any of Bert's social media posts or even just the comment section of his podcasts and videos here on YouTube, there's an overwhelming amount of talk about how he needs to make some changes to his lifestyle. But like most delusional hacks, he had to figure it out all for himself.
That's my one takeaway, and I mean this to all our fans, because I think all our fans have watched us change and like grow and digress, get hurt, get surgeries, go through shit. But the one thing I think sometimes is like, I wish I could gift just the space to everyone. Like once you get kind of healthier, you get a little distance from your bad behaviors.
Yeah.
And you start like, it almost gives you time to exhale. And I would love to gift everyone what it's like to like not wake up super fat. When I was promoting the movie,
Yeah.
I swear to God, I bought all new wardrobe. I had a stylist come in and dress me for all new wardrobe. And I went to one show and I couldn't button the shirt
Really?
of a shirt I had just recently bought. I would balloon up 5 pounds, 6, 7 pounds in an evening. And if I was on a plane, I was swollen.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how red I was.
Yeah, you did look super red before.
Everyone was like, dude, you're really red. And I was like, yeah, I know. I'm working hard. This is what hard work looks like. What are you, color shaming me?
But wait, it gets better, or worse, depending how you look at it. Bert starts telling the story about when he went to his cardiologist. There was this other guy there that was telling him about the difference between having a drinking problem and just being a party boy. If you have a problem, you keep going hard after the party has stopped. But if you're just a party boy, then once the party's over, you stop drinking. Now take a wild guess which category Bert thinks that he falls into.
I was like, oh yeah, I stop when the party's over.
So you're a partier.
Yeah, I go, the party, I'm not drinking by myself in my room when no one's there and then going like, I'm going to jerk off.
No, the difference is with you is that you are the person who goes, come over so that the party can keep going.
The number one takeaway
Yeah.
is how often everyone wants to go to bed.
This is your takeaway?
Like everyone
Wants to sleep.
wants to sleep.
And you?
Never. I never want to sleep. I never want the party to end.
That's
I want
okay.
everyone to stay up with me. I want to have one more drink. I want everyone to like, yo, come on. And then like, I'm cool with going to bed, but like at 2 a.m, if you let the most people will go to bed at like 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Like most people don't want to just like, that's my favorite part of the tour bus is getting on the tour bus and being like, the bus leaves and I'm like, one more drink. And then the best is when you break someone's spirit.
Yeah.
Where like Pete's in bed and then you open his curtain and you're like, you're not going to be a bitch, are you? And he's like, guys, I'm trying to sleep. And you're like, one drink. Everyone get in Pete's bunk. And then everyone gets in his bunk. He's like, fine, I'll drink with you.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
Is breaking their spirit.
Yeah. That's true.
Just that's the funnest.
Okay, so this was actually like the most interesting part of the whole podcast for me, and let me explain why, right? Let's go back to that same analogy I used with midlife crisis Tom. Imagine Bert was just an average income earner working 9 till 5 with the kids and the wife, yada, 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 same as before. Everything he just described there would be totally in the problem drinking category. And credit to midlife crisis Tom for actually calling him out for this, right? Bert's unusual and unorthodox lifestyle allows him to keep the party going. Imagine him trying to lead that same partying lifestyle just working a normal job with normal hours. I mean, how obvious is it that he would not be able to do that? Bert completely enables himself because of his success and fame. Normal people don't have a tour bus that they're on in the middle of the week. Having a massive party on a Tuesday night is not normal, dude, but it's normal for him, or if you're in college. But let's hear a few more words of wisdom from Party Boy Bert. Maybe he's got some more nuggets of gold for us.
Yeah. Man, you just made me want to drink. You know, it's interesting. I monitor myself. It's easy to do with weight loss, but when you drink a lot, there's a lot of times where your brain will say to yourself, "Hey, we should have a drink tonight." Like it's almost like I should have a drink, and then I would quantify that, and then I'd sit with that feeling, and then go, "What is that?" Like I was trying to figure out what it is, and then there were false ones, like almost like a false limb where you feel an itch,
Yeah.
and it's just like going like, and then those go away real quick,
Like false what? False
feelings of wanting to have a drink.
Oh, I got
It's
you.
like where your brain goes, we should open a bottle of wine tonight. And then you're like, I don't really need that. You know what I'll do? I'm going to get on the treadmill. I'm going to walk. I'm going to watch Full Swing on Netflix. I'm going to feel good. I'm going to get a good night's sleep. I'm going to sauna before I go to bed. I'm going to get up and I'm going to push it tomorrow. And you're like, yeah. That's the right thing. You know what? Maybe we'll take a hit of smoke a cigar. That'll be the same feeling. And then there's what you just did to me is when they're real. They're real. That's the Lord talking to you.
Yeah.
Where you brought up vodka and my brain said, we haven't danced with her in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like just her. No soda, no cranberry, just her. Just me
straight
and her.
up.
Just me and her and ice. Maybe a little bit of a lime, just to like a bow in her hair, a flower in her hair.
It was good. It was nice, man. It was nice. Yeah.
I want you to remember this. I'm being dead serious. I want you to remember that you did this to me tonight.
Okay.
Good. No, because this one's a real one.
Yeah.
And I haven't had her in a while.
Okay, who seriously talks about drinking like that? And one of the most entertaining things about Tom and Bert is their hardcore fans, who aggressively defend them. You'll see a few comments here and there on their videos saying, "You guys obviously don't understand comedy, it's just a bit." But here's the thing, what's the bit? What's the joke, apart from laughing at them for being delusional? Is the joke that Tom hates poor people who use wash rags to clean themselves? Okay, so is that funny? I mean, kinda, not really. What about Bert, though? Is the joke that he's an out-of-control 50-year-old man still holding on to his college days? Well, that's sad, isn't it? I mean, it was kind of funny for the first 5 years, but don't you think it's getting a little bit old now? So here's the thing, okay? This is the Two Bears Delusion. Being rich and famous enables Tom and Bert's delusions and apparently the joke's on us. Tom calls it a midlife crisis, but it's really just being rich, and Bert can party all the time because he doesn't have a conventional lifestyle, so it doesn't become antisocial behavior. And when it does, everyone just laughs it off and says, "Oh, classic Bert, he's just so out of control." And like I said at the beginning, every single episode of Two Bears, One Cave follows this same formula these days. Tom's cool and does cool stuff, and Bert acts like he just had his first beer and wants to tell his dad all about it. These guys are seriously no different to the Kardashians leeching off Paris Hilton until they got famous. Joe Rogan is their messiah, and they all aspire to be just like him. So the richer they get, the more they try to emulate him. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. The Brogan comedy brats are just the new Hollywood, except it's in Austin, Texas. Anyway, that's my rant for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this. And if you haven't subscribed, consider jumping on board so you get all my uploads right there in your feed. That's it from me for today. I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Showering. Showering is the big thing. I can wash my asshole again. I couldn't wash my asshole.
Really?
I could, I'd get back there and it would hurt to get back
like
there.
Your shoulders and your back would hurt.
I'd be like, my feet don't hurt.
Stairs, right? Don't stairs make a difference? 40 pounds is a lot of difference on going up a flight of stairs.
I don't work for UPS.
But I'm saying if you're in a stairwell, like when you've
never ever been in a stairwell.
You never go up a flight of stairs at all? I like how stairs, like I said, when you go to the space station.
What am I, one of your pores?
Yeah.
No, I don't walk up stairs.